because it's dusty and stuff. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you come here, bro, gotta go to Angela's.
Well,
It's
I
a
will.
must. Angela's is a must.
So you met this girl through your work or where?
Through a friend.
Oh, nice.
So, yep. Yep. Yeah, she's pretty nice, as far as I can tell. Talked about life. Like I said, we talked about everything, hobbies, life. I think, I mean, obviously, she's more like a, she like, she likes to sing and stuff. It's like, I'm not really good at it, but I was like, alright,
How old is she?
20.
Nice.
Yeah, she was like, how old are you again? I'm like, 20. She's like, alright, cool, I'm 20. I think your birthday's like May, so we
Yo,
turned 21 like around the same time. I think it's
yo,
like
your birthday month?
May 7th.
Not go to day, but still.
I'll tell you. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, May 7th.
May 7th. Okay.
Yep. How about you? I mean, obviously, I know you met her through work, but
Yeah, I've worked with her actually for over a year now.
how old is
But
she?
she's 26.
Damn. Sorry.
So, yeah, I'm 2 years older.
Damn, Unc.
Yeah, such an unk. But let's see. Yeah, I worked with her for over a year. She like works on the same unit as me, but she helps with like getting the patients out, like figuring out where they're gonna go and stuff.
Mhm.
But she's gonna go back to school for the same thing I do here, like in the fall, I think.
Ready?
Um, and then yeah, worked with her for over a year, but she was dating the one guy, and then of course I was dating Savannah for like a lot of that. But then they broke up, but they've been like kind of on again, off again. And then
That's just, but that's one thing that would scare me is that how if they go on again, off again so often that if y'all start dating, then
yeah,
she might.
that's the thing. Like we haven't had that any conversations like that. Like I've just been very careful, but if we eventually do, like if that's the possibly the direction it's going, because maybe she'll just be like fuck off. But if it did go that direction, it's like I've got to know that that's completely done because I
You
just
you
can't
just don't
ever.
invite a guy or another person from the opposite sex with no one else. And just
I
be like,
know,
yeah,
but I've
no.
always been like this because like I question because I don't like to like get my hopes up, but then I'm just like I was always like
I'll get your
stupid with
fucking
that
hopes
too.
up.
Well, we'll see.
I'll get your fucking hopes up right here.
Cause
I got my fucking hopes up. My hopes are up to here, man.
yeah, well,
Well, that's
and
because the
her
chicks
so like
agreed.
the one other person I work with, she's actually my student, so it's kind of awkward. But yeah, I have two students this semester, and like literally we've all gone out and like gotten drunk and everything. So it's kind of maybe not what I'm supposed to do, but YOLO.
Really?
Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, I'm actually reporting you right now.
to
How's it
be
going?
fair, though, and this is what we all talked about. To be fair, I've worked with both of them like since before that. They just asked if I would be their supervisor because like they're both in the same, like they're almost done with grad school, so they needed somebody to like be a supervisor for them. Like you do like an internship.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I got you because I already knew both of them. Not like well, but I knew both of them, and
Wow.
so now it's like those two girls. This girl,
Hey,
her name's Kaylin, and then
Ray's here.
another girl I used to work with, like, and then she's married, so like it's kind of this like little friend group, and then the one girl, the one student has a boyfriend, and like he is kind of an asshole to her, but he's like cool with all of us, so we see him sometimes.
What a go.
Anyway, that's
So
kind of
what?
the little group, and
So it's just you and a bunch of girls and then guy's boyfriend
pretty
or girl's
much,
boyfriend.
yeah, pretty much. The boyfriend, well, the husband though of the one I like, and then the boyfriend who I said like is kind of an asshole to her. I like him as well. He's from Pittsburgh. Um,
Should have come with
so if
her.
he would just like not be an asshole to her, that'd be ideal. But anyway,
No.
the one girl who's my student, like she wants this to happen, and it seemed like
You
a
ain't feeling it?
niche. What's that?
You ain't feeling it, or
Wait, what?
what are you talking about? What do you want? What she want to happen?
Me and Kaylin, like she wants that to be
Oh,
a thing.
I think you
Yeah.
mean. I thought you meant like her and you.
Oh,
say,
no,
well,
no, because she's already got the one boyfriend. But
uh,
she wants us to be a thing, and I was just like, yeah, like, let me know. And then, like, it seemed initially like this was months ago, like maybe she wasn't interested, or at least, like, wasn't looking or anything.
maybe
But
she's trying to get you maybe scope you out a little more.
yeah, I think because we didn't know each other nearly as well. Like, that was like right after Savannah and I broke up. Like, I didn't know her well. Like, we would get like at work, we would go to like lunch and like get lunch and then come back and eat and talk to everybody and stuff, but nothing like crazy. Um, but since then, over the last like 4 months or so, we've definitely gotten to know each other a lot more. Like, we talk a ton at work. We've obviously like hung out with the group together and stuff, and then like girls, how they talk, and they all like talk together, and they don't,
Yeah.
they have their own like code and stuff. But the girl who like wants it to happen, I was just like, so just be honest, because she asked me one night, I was like drunk, and I was like, fuck me, I shouldn't have said anything, but I was drunk, and I was getting a ride home, and she was with the other girl who's my student, and they just like flat out asked me like, so like, are you into her? And I was just like, yeah. And then they were like, oh great, and I was just like, I just remember that I was like, so just straight up, like, do you feel like there's any chance? Like, is there a possibility? And she was like, I think there's definitely a possibility. She was just like, keep doing what you're doing. And then later on, this was like a couple months or like a month or two later, another night we were in Pittsburgh, and everybody was drunk that night. And she asked me, we were like sitting on the couch, and I was near Kaylin at that point, but she was like fucked up, like everybody's fucked up. And she was like, are you going to make a move? And I was just like, no, I'm not making a move. Not when we're all drunk like this, and not when I don't know, like, what the situation is. And I was just like, so, like, where are we at now? You feel there's still something that can happen? She's like, yeah, but she's got to figure out her thing with his name. Her ex's, his name is Brock. She was like, she's got to figure out this stuff with Brock. And I was just like, yeah.
Nigga's name is Brock. I've never met a Brock in my life.
I know, I've never have either. But, she was like, yeah, she's still got to work through that and stuff, but definitely she was just like, do what you do. And I was like, it's not a problem. I play the long game. Like, I don't try to force anything. I'm not trying to make her choose between me and him or anything like that. Like, I'll just let her figure out.
Yeah, that'll probably be the worst case decision.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking it. And I know, because, like, that's what it is, right? Like, even being alone tonight, like, I'm not going to try to do anything. Like, I'm just going to talk to you. I'm going to get to know you, like, way better. I'm not going to try to, like, pull anything too quick or whatever. I mean, obviously there's a point where if she's giving signals, like, then you do, but
Yeah.
we're not there, and I don't want to fuck it up, because I actually really do like her, like, even just as a friend. So even if it stays like that, it's whatever, but I don't want to force her to try to, especially because she was upset by something tonight. I don't know if it involved him or not, maybe something different, and I did pull the line at one point. I was just like, yeah, if you want to talk about that, we definitely can, but if you don't want to, that's cool too. And she was just like,
that what it is.
Yeah.
That's
She was just like,
about.
well, she like started to say a little bit, and she was saying like like something about her friend, who I met this friend back when she had a Halloween party back in October. They're like really good friends, but that friend lives like in the southern part of the state, so they see each other like sometimes. Female friend, and she was just like, yeah, I don't know, I don't really want to talk about it right now, but I'll probably tell you later. And I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. And I was just like, you just let me know at any time, like, if you want to talk about it. And
You should have been what for the next time we're together.
Well, she did when I was getting up to leave. I was like, basically, she was like, I can't remember how she said it. She was like, yeah, like, she was like, you'll have to come back over again, and we'll watch Catfish. We'll see like more. Because I was just saying like, yeah, we literally you've seen that show, right? Or heard of it?
Yeah, very Catfish.
Yeah, I mean, it's like trash television, but it's entertaining. I've never seen it before until tonight. And she was like, yeah, you have to come back over and watch that again at some point. And I was just like, yeah. And
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and then I said, I was like, well, and I was like, because I try not to make it like too obvious. Although I think her friend definitely, like our friend, mutual friend, definitely told her that I'm into her. Like, I know she definitely did. Which is fine, because again, I'm not like making a move too soon or anything, because I don't want to fuck it up. Even if it doesn't happen, I just don't want to fuck it up. But anyway, I was just like, yeah, I definitely, I can't remember how I said it. I was like, yeah, I want to have you over at my place at some point soon too. Or I think I said you and then everybody else or something like that. Because I haven't had like this friend group over at my place yet. I do want to do that, but I've got to make it look very presentable and get, seal up this fucking mouse hole, like where those mouses were getting in and stuff, or mice. I can't believe I just said mouses.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah, facts. But yeah. So
Yeah,
that was good. It was definitely.
And then you gotta get on the then you gotta get on the PlayStation while you're there. You know.
Yeah. Wow, she's here. I'll just hop on the PlayStation. Seems like a great idea.
Fuck!
Yeah.
Fuck!
No, she thought it was hilarious. Like, so she thinks it's really funny. I've not told her like I rage on video games. I've told her I've gotten like very annoyed on games before, but
Fuck!
No, I told her there was like, cause we were talking, cause one of the like male coworkers I have, he's gay, but like we were talking one day about like men and women and how like we deal with stuff differently, and like his name's Austin. He was saying like he's punched stuff, and I was like, yeah, like me too. And like she just like started laughing. She was like, seriously, is that what guys do? And we're just like, yeah, like we punch stuff when we get mad or like throw stuff or whatever. And I was explaining like this one story about how my fucking here at this place, this washing machine wasn't working, so I was mad, so I punched it and kneed it. And now like she'll just like keep making jokes about that, and I was just like, yeah, you know, it was like, yeah, punch that fucking washing machine and drying machine. So that's what I'll do if she comes over. I'll just go rage and beat up the machine. That's my plan.
No, you gotta hear the fuck.
Good, yeah, true, good.
Yeah,
one of those. Yeah, that's what I do. When I lose my voice because I've been screaming so much, that's what I'll do.
Yeah, because then like you start out with the fuck.
Yeah, just literally lose my voice.
Yeah. That's a classic. That's a classic.
I'm due for one of those.
Yeah, you haven't done one of those in a long time.
I know, I need to. But no, it was really good. I mean, we talked literally for 4 hours straight. Like we watched like part of the shows kind of, but mainly we were just talking, and like it really like no awkward silences either. Like we always found something new to keep talking about. Like our conversations are really good. Like it's easy to talk to her for a long time and talk about different stuff, and like we have different beliefs with certain things, but it really doesn't matter. Like I've realized that like we are able to like just talk about anything basically.
Yeah, at least I was glad, because she was like, yeah, I'm sorry if I'm really being awkward. I'm like, bro, I was fucking awkward, bro. I was fucking stressing about this shit all day.
Yeah, I get it.
I was stressing about this shit all day.
It's like, it really does get stressful. They don't understand. Well, I guess they do understand maybe, but it's just, yeah, you just like don't want to fuck it up basically.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, I don't know what to fucking ask here, bro. I'm fucking scared, fucking shitless. Like, obviously I don't want to ask too personal shit.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing I've noticed with this girl is, because I've gotten to know her a lot better over the last few months, like we've talked a lot more about like personal stuff and families and all that. So that's another thing. Like I know she's like definitely starting to trust me. And I don't know, girls, like that's one thing to remember, Brandon, too. Women love when you, I mean, obviously not like weird shit, but if you're like vulnerable with a woman, they love that. They love when you like talk about like stuff like insecurities or like difficult experiences in your life.
I think it really depends, because I know some stories, I mean, obviously it hasn't happened with me, but you know, some stories like women are like, and they look at him like, oh, he's weak. But then some women absolutely love that, so it kind of really depends on the person.
It does, but just, I mean, yeah, and it depends like what you say, and it depends on the type of woman too.
Yeah, cause I saw like stories and shit, like people were like, yeah, she left me because I like was too vulnerable, or I would like tell her about like my feelings. She said that was too weak or something.
Yeah, you just have to know them well enough, like at least somewhat well enough too, but believe me, all of them like it. They do. Like you just have to be careful about when and how. It's like what you tell them and how you say it, but believe me, that's how they operate, all of them. Every single woman on this planet, they like it when men can be vulnerable, because there's different ways of doing it too. It's like even just listening to them, because like sometimes they just want to like talk, and just like they don't want advice or anything, like they just want you to listen.
Fucking advice. And I don't want it.
Yeah, they don't want it, but yeah, they definitely like that. So if that all progresses and you get to know this one better, like just remember that they do want you to be able to like talk about difficult things.
Yeah, because she had to like leave after a little bit because her friend was calling her. I was like, all right. She's like, all right, I might call you back, but it ended up getting too late. I was like, she's like, sorry, my mom needed me after. She's like, can't lie, I was a little nervous, so sorry. This made it awkward.
She said that?
Yeah.
That's a good sign then.
And I was like, you're good, Lil. I was nervous too. I was stressed about it all day. She was like, honestly, same, but I'm chilling. I'm glad we talked more. It'll make things a lot better for our first date.
Yeah, see, so like even that right there that you did, that's like an example of what I mean. Like you don't like that super deep, you know, that's different. You wait for that. But even that, like telling her that you were nervous as well, like instead of like trying to be like, yeah, like it's all good or whatever, like to actually say that helps, believe me.
Yeah, that's why I figured. I was like, you know, I got a little raise in me. I got a little bit. Not too experienced here, but
you don't. I mean, think about it. Every man has to have at least some, unless you're like a total cuck, because how else would we have survived this long, right? Like it's in our fucking DNA. Like our bloodline has made it this far down, so we've all got.
I mean, it was
some,
easier. I mean, it was easier back in the day, bro. You were just like, woman, get over here, bro. They're marrying you now, but it's the hardest generation, man.
It is.
Everyone's on their phone. Everyone has unreal expectations. Not everyone's gonna be a fucking 6'3" supermodel.
Yep.
You know, hot rock hard abs and fucking smart and whatever.
Yeah, it's a balance, truly.
And I was like, after that, I was like, same here. We can talk all week if you want to. I'm free most nights. If you want to talk.
Yeah, that's so. Date next weekend.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Where are you gonna go?
Just see a movie.
Which one?
She said she wanted to see Mufasa, and I was like, it's fine with me.
All right.
Go
to a scary one on like the second or third one.
Yeah, she likes scary movies too, so
yeah, definitely.
There's just no good one. She told me she likes some type of movie, and I was like, oh, I've never seen that. And literally, this is how it started. Literally, we texted, and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was telling me, I was like, oh, I heard that you like scary movies. One of my friends said it. And she was like, yeah, I've seen whatever. Well, I was like, what's your favorite one? She was like, I forget what it was. It was some type of one. Came out like 2018 or something. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never seen that one. She's like, oh, maybe we can see it sometime. I was like, all right. 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 We're getting places now.
Where'd she go to high school? Like what town?
Oh, she's from PA.
Like what part?
Like Essington.
Essington?
Yeah. It's like right near. It's like right near. I forget where she lives now. She told me where she lived now.
So she's like 30 away? 30 minutes?
Yeah. It depends. Yeah, hold on. Where did she say? Oh, Tinycomb. I don't know where the fuck that is.
Yeah, I've not heard that.
It's like it's like 20 some minutes away.
That's not bad.
So, yeah. Oh, let me see how far. I'll tell you exactly how far. Can I go to a map? Thank you. Can I please go? Thank you. She's like, yeah, she's like 7 miles away.
Oh, that's in my town. That would take only like 15 minutes to get to, but
yeah, it's like 26ish from me.
Oh, that's really not bad then. Especially if there's not much traffic, depending on when you go, where she goes.
Yeah, the only issue is that like it's pretty much like straight highway, so I mean it's all right. Yeah. I mean the only issue is the $6 toll. That's the only issue.
Get an easy pass.
Yeah. So it's only it's a $6 toll. That's the only issue, but I mean it's fine. But I mean, hey, I don't know when it's gonna work out because she said she goes to I think the community college there. Then she's gonna go to Westchester.
See, Westchester, that's right near where I lived.
Yeah, she's gonna go like Westchester. I was like, oh, that's cool. We were talking about like where we went to college and what we want to be. She's like a psych major.
Nice, my nigga.
Yep. And she's like, yo, my friend. Yo, my friend does that.
Doing what I do, who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, she's like a
only
psych.
two ways you can go with that.
Yeah, and now she told me she quit her job like a few months ago. Now she works at like 2 jobs now. I was like, oh. Like she works at some type of mall now, and she works at some type of bar at like the airport, like an airport or something. I don't know. She said something like that. I was like, all right.
An airport. I wonder which one.
So you're just gonna be like, I don't know. She was telling me all about that. I was like, oh, that's cool. I told her, I was like, yeah, right now, I quit my job a few months ago. Gonna get a new job. Hopefully within the next 6 months. It was supposed to be now, but you know, of course, it ended up working out the way I wanted it to be. So now I'm gonna have to live off what I have right now. Yeah. Like I said, plus I got $1,000 towards my tuition. $18 an hour.
You're fine because you live with, like, you're not paying rent, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I was talking with my other one friend today, and he was just like, bro, I was like, bro, fuck this fucking economy, because we were talking about it. I was like, what would it be like to be a 20-some-year-old male? And it was like a whole video just like saying like straight facts, being like not being able to afford anything, you need whatever. And he's like, yeah, I've been searching it, because he's a little older than me. This is a coworker I used to work with. He's like 24, I think 24, 25. He's like, yeah, I've been looking for jobs, and none of them are above 50,000. What he's going for.
Yeah.
What he's going for. He's like, yeah, it's like nothing is more than 50,000.
That's like fuck too.
And it costs 51,000 for the average to just like live in New Jersey.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Your cost of living's way higher. Like here, like when I first started out doing what I'm doing now, I was making 50,000 or about that, and it was fine. But I mean, now if I was paying the rent I'm paying now, that'd be a problem. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, I could still survive, but that's how I'm like. I wish obviously I made like 100,000 or 200,000 or whatever, but it's very doable. And if I switch to weekends, I can't remember if I told you, but literally, I'll make an extra $4 an hour on the weekends, and then after 2 p.m. it's an extra 10%.
Damn.
So literally, I'll be making pretty good money for myself at that point. Like even without having another person to pay the rent, like I'm gonna be in good shape. Like I'm in pretty good shape now. I'll be in good shape then. That's gonna be an extra like 10,000 a year or more. And so if they let me switch, I'm gonna stay at this place, because I was real worried with all the changes they were making, but I think they're gonna work with me. Like people were. How much should I tell you about this? About all the changes they're making? We'll get back to the main subject, but did I tell you about that?
Yeah, you told me about the other night. Were you telling me about everything?
And how I might leave.
How you might leave, how you have to work weekends now, maybe people are pissed, people are going to leave because of it.
Right.
You told me a few more other things I'm trying to think.
Bottom line is they're like changing people's schedules, and yeah, we talked about that, remember? But,
yeah, changing people's schedule. The people that have been there for 30 years, they don't want to be there anymore. They're quitting because they're changing schedules. New management took over about a year ago. All that stuff.
But like where some of my coworkers, and I mean a lot of them I don't know, because there's 150 people who work at the hospital, but the psych hospital that is. But some of them did not respond probably the best, and for me I was just like, all right, let me just approach this like nicely. And the manager got back to me and like literally like CC'd on the email a lot of people, like, so they saw it and was like, yeah, like we really appreciate the way you're handling this, and you know this means more than you know, blah blah blah. I was like, I bet. So I think they'll work with me on this, and yeah, if I could switch to weekends, I will be. It'll suck to work weekends kind of, but it's like I already stay up late anyway, and I'm gonna be making way better money. So I'm
plus we get on during the week anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Like it won't affect that really, because I'll be up all night on like Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and then if they let me work an 8 and a 8 on like Friday and then 12s on weekends. I don't know if they'll let me go that far. That would be so nice, because I'll make even more money. But even if they don't, even if I go still do 410s, like the money's gonna be good.
You'd be dead, bro. That's how it kind of felt like working my old job. Is that they would fucking slave labor us pretty much. Like I worked like 12 straight days once.
Yeah, I mean I don't. They won't do that to me, but. I just don't want to do the 412s.
You don't understand how bad that was. I worked 12 days in a row. So I had off that Sunday, and then I worked Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I was off that. I worked 10 days in a row.
So
10 days in a row I worked, and then I was off that Saturday, and then I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday of that next week too. Like it was like I remember I had off like 3 days and like, or no, I had off like 4 days in a whole month.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah,
nice.
that
I was making
reminds me.
I was making like $650, but
well, that's the thing that really helps. But the one coworker I have, or not former coworker, the one who's married that I told you about, is part of our group. She is a crazy, like, she's got to be careful not to be a workaholic, but she worked literally like I think 18 days in a row, and I was just like, what are you doing, girl? Like that's, I mean, she made a ton of money, but 18 days in a row and all working 12-hour shifts. It's just like,
what?
I don't know how she did it. Yeah, I don't know how she did it because, like, I can go ham, but I mean, these last
she must
6
have desperately needed that money.
She did, yeah, because she bought like a bunch of stuff for their place and this and that. But yeah, I could not do that because literally, yeah, it was like 18 days I think in a row, and there's just no way. 12-hour shifts, like these 412s have been hurting me the last 6 months. But it's more like it's because I have to do notes on the people I see downstairs, and a lot of times I don't like. That's what's burnt me out. But being able to work back upstairs where I thrive and make more money and do all that stuff, I'll be in good shape. But
bro stuck you in the basement.
Exactly. We'll see what happens.
No, the worst part about my old job was that it wasn't the issue of actually working. Like I didn't mind working. It's just the amount of how much like my knees would hurt so much. Even like people like, I know like I'm a bigger kid, but like even people that were like 130, 140 pounds, knees would fucking be
from
like
standing
dead
for so long.
Yes, because they declined to let you sit down at all.
Yeah, fuck that. I couldn't do that.
Why is Connor online? Anyway, yeah, they declined to let you sit down. So sometimes like you would have like a 7.5 hour shift, and then you'd come home and my knees would be fucking like I couldn't barely walk. And then the next day, my legs would be sore. Having to do that all again next day, and then like I said, working like 10, 12 days in a row after that too. You know?
Yeah, that's brutal. I can't even lie. I wouldn't have been able to do that.
My off days would literally be me just like sitting here doing nothing. Like I wouldn't want to move. Like I said, I don't mind standing and doing stuff, but like if you're standing, you're like I said, I would stand like 7-8 hours. Like or like probably like, and they'll give you a 15-minute break because for some reason, 7-hour shift. 7.5 hour shift, they give you 2 breaks, 2 15s.
Yeah, that's insane.
And if you sat down at all, then you'd get yelled at. And by the way, they paid us minimum wage for that shit too.
Yep, that's how it goes. So the way this world works, like again, you don't have to be super rich. It's nice if you make a ton of money.
The more harder working you are, the fucking less you get paid around here.
Literally, because
these managers did fucking jack shit. I told you about my fucking one bitch manager. She fucking was an absolute whore, absolute slut of a human being. She fucking gets paid like $80,000 a year just to fucking do. She does nothing. She literally does nothing around this job. She doesn't manage anyone. The people that manage everything is the people that got paid nothing. Manages everyone.
Yep, that's how it works, man. The more specialized you are, or if you're in like a management position, like you get paid more to do less essentially, or at least like to not do backbreaking work, and that's what you want to go for. Is
I know. I have management in my thing.
Right.
That's what I'm going for in college.
Keep building on that shit, and trust me, it'll all work out. Like your next job will be better than your last.
I'm going for informational, whatever, management. Computer management,
like
I think.
Oh yeah, IT then, I guess. Okay.
And then I have a minor in marketing.
Yeah,
so.
You should get a job for like Apple or something. Once it's all said and done, you'll make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Your job will not be like hard compared.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's not gonna be hard. That's what I just want a job. I mean, obviously, I know a job's gonna be hard, but like, you
just want it to be challenging. You don't want it to be hard. It's
I want it to be challenging, or I mean, obviously, I love if it's easy. Just sitting there doing nothing all day.
But you don't want to be bored either. It's a balance.
Yeah.
Like that's why I like my job because like we have really difficult patients and shit that happens, but it's like. It keeps me on my toes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they probably keep you entertained.
Yeah, and it's
you always talk
new.
To people.
Yeah, every day is something new. I get to talk to my coworkers. I get to talk to the patients. Like,
kind of like my mom's kind of the same way. She loves working because like every day is something new, you know.
Yep.
She works as a teacher, so she's not like a main teacher. She's like a basic skills teacher. So like people go to her in her trailer. You know, she'll have like a trailer, and people go to you know the kids that used to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of those, and like she would be like, you know, big guy will go into this classroom, do this. I mean, she makes decent money, so for a teacher, she makes actually good money. Because her job, she has like a 13-step plan. Like she started out at like 3 days a week, like lower, like probably like 40 grand, and then by like step 13, like she's making like 90 grand, and she's on like step 10 now, so she makes like 75 now.
Yeah, that's solid. That's more than most Americans. That's pretty much, I think, roughly what I'll be at once if they let me switch to the weekends.
Yeah, so that's what she and like I said, by the end, and obviously over time, it's just going to go up more. So, you know, step 13 is going to keep going up because of the economy, because they have like a new contract thing coming up soon. So they'll probably get, you know, 5-10 more grand. So she might be like 95 by like 3 years.
Really good for a teacher. That's probably better than like 95% of teachers in this country.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, damn, when she told me, I was like, holy fuck. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's really good.
I did not know that. Like, even the house I live in, bro, like, in about the economy and shit, my house that was bought 6 years ago doubled in price already.
That's why you want to get a house, because it's only going to appreciate value. That's what they teach you first thing. Cars, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it loses its value. Yep. And a lot of people, they just like want to buy like new cars just to like show them off. But you don't want to do that. You want to try to buy a house, and if you can get a house, no matter where you live, unless it's in the fucking ghetto, it's gonna go up.
Ghetto. Yeah, so, literally, I think my parents bought this house for like I think it was 160 something, and now it's like 300,000, like 320. Yep. I was like, all right,
just keep going up. I think what I'm gonna try to do.
That was 6 years, 6.5 years jump.
And the economy, like it'll just keep going up too. But I think what I'm gonna try to do. So like my dad lives right down the road from my last remaining grandparent, my grandmother, who's 96, and you know, I've got this place right now very close to the hospital. I'm 5-minute walk from where I work, which is really nice. So I'm either gonna try to buy this place if the guy is interested in that at all, and if he's not, then I think whenever my grandmother does die, my dad may move into her place, and then I'll buy his place, or I don't think he'd just give it to me, but at least at like a good deal.
Yeah, cheaper. And, good rate.
Yeah, like probably move in there, because it's just houses in Morgantown, like you wouldn't even believe, because it's a college town, like they're insanely expensive, and they're in a good neighborhood, like a very nice neighborhood, houses from the 60s, and so that and even that house, I mean, I'd have to drive to work every day, which would kind of suck, because you can't park in front of like the psych hospital. You have to go to like this parking garage that's like a 10-minute walk. It's like whatever, but
damn,
it's not that big of a deal. Like if I can do that and get a house, which will only go up in value, and I mean that house you could sell for a good amount. Like the one my dad's in now, it's a small house, but I don't need a big house. I don't want a big one. But my grandmother's
especially if you don't have kids, bro.
Exactly, and
that's why my parents bought this, because they knew that eventually we'd be moving out. So like, it's not worth having, you know, a huge house just to fucking do it. Because I mean, we were, you know, my sister and I were both in high school when they bought this house. So my sister's gonna move out probably within the year. She moved out for like a little while. She lived on campus for about a year. Now she's back, but then she's saving money. Her and her boyfriend are probably gonna save money and then move out probably like 2026.
Yeah, you just gotta take it slow.
Well, that's what I called her stupid for. It's because she was living off in campus, and she was spending money on that instead of just saving money before that. I was like, bro, what's the point of you moving out just to move back in? And that's what I told her. I'm like, bro, it makes no sense of why you're just wasting. She wasted like, how much was it a month? Like $500 each a month. And she had to buy her own groceries, and she had to buy her own things. Yeah, just to live in a fucking small little shack thing. It was her boyfriend, and then her ex-friends, but they're not friends anymore.
Huh, yeah.
No, because it was fucked, bro. That situation was fucked with her. She, so basically this guy, his name was Adam and Morgan, they were her ex-friends. and they used to live like it was like a two splitter. It was like an upstairs and a downstairs. My sister and her boyfriend lived downstairs, and then they lived upstairs. And like she was like or they were like overcharging her rent or something.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked.
It only cost like $1,500 to live in the house, or something.
For everyone.
Yeah.
That's really
And
good.
they were charging my sister and my sister's boyfriend like $550 each. So they only had to pay $450 between the both of them. Then they got she got fucked with that, and then they just stopped being friends.
I mean, I can understand why I'd do the same thing.
They were getting into fights and stuff anyway, so it was time for them to move out.
Yeah, it's better not having roommates, like, unless it's like a boyfriend or girlfriend. It's just not like I will never have another roommate because it's just.
I was running for it. I was up for the job, man. Just to be a roommate.
Well,
So
that's even, yeah, it's just, it makes shit too messy. Like, it's...
It does, yeah. I wouldn't. Yeah, because my one, anyway, go back to the conversation I have with my one friend. I didn't hear one wrong point in the video. He said, literally, I said, and our parents will complain how they got it and how hard it was growing up. And then he said, nah, for real, we're just in an unwinnable situation. I was like, you didn't have to spend $250,000 for a 2-bedroom, 1-bath place.
Yep.
He said, all while not being able to find a career, or at least a career that can pay enough to pay for these houses. Dog, I was looking at jobs, not a single one was paying above $50,000. You know what the minimum amount to live comfortably in New Jersey is? $51,000. I said, unbelievable, I'm getting out of this shitty state when I can. He said, dude, I want to. I said, New Jersey is just ass. He said, but I need to save up the money. They're not paying enough of this to leave. And I said, like, I'm not even being greedy. I'd take a solid salary just to live on. And I said, and ShopRite didn't even reward their employees for working there long, and didn't even pay the people that run the place anymore either. He said, exactly. And there's no he's in forensics. There's no forensics jobs. I don't know. So I need to. He's like a crime scene guy.
I'm surprised he can't make a lot more money than that.
He's like, so I need to find some other job to make money. I said, just BS, man. Fuck the economy. He said, fuck this economy. Fuck these mega corporations. Fuck Israel. Fuck these BS wars. I said, for real, fuck Biden for giving these other countries money. And he said, if Trump doesn't stop this shit, I'm gonna blow up. And I said, for real, we cooked if he doesn't stop it. And then he said, for real, you need to split money and rent a house together or something. I'm tired of these high ass prices. I said, once I got a job, I might for real start asking and see who wants to split rent.
Yeah, until you can afford a place of your own, it does make sense. But that'll be nice for you too, because you'll be in a good position once you get through school. Like, you'll be able to.
I mean, hopefully, I mean, it'll be good, being this girl, get to know each other. Eventually move in and together, in 2-3 years from now.
It does
Maybe
help,
sooner.
man. I definitely do. That's like one thing I miss is just the convenience of that. Like, I was definitely spending too much money, but man, like, if I'm paying $750 in rent, like, splitting that shit is just, I can save so much money. It's insane.
Yeah, I'm not sure, depending on where, she wants to go. I mean, whether stay in New Jersey. I mean, I'm going to be right here anyway. Whether just moves to PA.
PA is not a bad choice at all. Yeah, I could definitely, PA is a good one. And, I mean, there's other options, like, around.
Right, so, and I wouldn't move too far. I mean, I'd still be only like 20 minutes away. So, like, I wouldn't be, far from my parents. I think my sister's going to move to PA soon, too, anyway. She's going to move to, like, Philly. Because she's going for... I don't even know what the fuck she's going for anymore. She was going for art therapy for a little bit, and I don't know what the fuck that was going for.
Art therapy, interesting.
She's a good drawer.
Yeah, you can make pretty good money in that, so...
Yeah, she was like really good drawer, so I'm average. I'm an average drawer.
I'm terrible at it.
What is that? Go to picture of Embiid. Oh, I'll send you it. I took a picture because this one kid sent his thing. It was supposed to be like a shading thing I had to do. I sent it to you. But it's supposed to be like a shading thing that we're supposed to do for art. I made like a car too. I made like an Audi.
I'll look here in a second. Hold on.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm not horrible at art. I'm okay. I'll give myself as an okay to decent artist. Like, she's like really good. Like my dad's pretty good too. My mom's terrible.
Yeah, I'm
I,
garbage.
I just don't know how people do it, bro. I think people like if they ask me to draw like a 3D thing, I'd be like nah. Like
Yep.
a cartoon 3D thing, no. But if it's like a simple thing, I could probably draw it. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah. So she's good at that. I think she's in the psych too. Not gonna lie.
Your sister?
Yeah, I think she's in the psych. So I don't know whether she. I'm not sure if she's not. If she is or not. Because obviously growing up, she's like, I want to be a veterinarian. I was like, yeah, because she's getting her master's. She's going for her master's at William Patterson. You know where that is? It's like North Jersey.
North Jersey? Okay.
Yeah, she's not going on campus. It's like all black school, so but it's like
Huh.
the cheapest one around here. Her graduating's gonna be fucking horrible.
Be like LaQuisha, blah blah blah, Cassie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Cassie Monahan, Lashandra Williams here, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I gotta go to her graduation. Oh, I forgot about that. That's annoying.
When she graduate?
Man.
Oh shit, it's coming her up. Okay.
Yeah, I actually gotta physically go to that shit. It's gonna be fucking hot as balls. I already know it. I was like, do I have to dress up? My mom goes, no, you're fine. Just wear a plain t-shirt and your shorts. It's fine. I was like, all right, that's fine
Fair
with me.
enough.
I was like, I'm not, because I couldn't go to her high school graduation because it was during COVID,
COVID, yeah.
so I couldn't even go to it. But bro, she just like walked across the stage anyway. It was on like a live stream
Yeah.
because she got like 2 tickets to go to. My mom and my dad went, and I was like, all right, well, and that was like a night that we were sleeping in, like, you know, staying up till 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. So it was at like 10:30. So I was like, yeah, I didn't wake up till like 5 or 6 that day.
Goated.
I'm gonna regret this tomorrow, not going to sleep.
Fuck
But
it.
you know,
Yo.
fuck, I wake up at 10:30.
Yeah, the girl thing, it'll be interesting on your end, and then mine, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, that's the first time I've ever hung out just with her, so we'll.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to just me and her.
Yep.
See how it
nice.
goes.
It's
See how it
nice.
goes, you know. Yep. See where shit goes. Just making it's life.
Yeah. This one, I don't know. I've been talking to her a lot more the last few months, and so,
I know. I hate change too. So like, I don't know. I just don't understand how people just like. I don't know. I'm trying to think of how I want to say this. I don't know. I just hate like change in my life sometimes. Like friends. Like I don't want to like make like new friends. But I mean, eventually I'm gonna have to. But you know, like that's why I had to do it. My job. Like, bro, I gotta meet. I mean, but it was nice because I had people I already knew there.
yeah,
So, like, it kind of like, you know, like, oh, I talked to them, and, you know, I start talking to someone else, you know, and then, you know, we start talking more as a group, and, you know, we start going out, you know, doing shit.
it can be hard, like trying to meet new people, and yeah, just make those changes. Like that's why I was getting worried. I will have to at some point, especially if I go back to school, but leave this place and take a sacrifice in the pay cut.
Yeah.
There's just so many changes, and just trying to figure out all the different stuff.
And obviously, I'm not, like, the most confident person in the world, so, like, trying to do that, I'm like, I mean, I've gotten better, for sure, over the time. I used to be, like, scared to, like, talk to, like, anyone new. And now I kind of just, like, you know, fit a conversation in there. And, you know, and then eventually, you know, I made friends for life now, so.
Yeah, it's all
Like-
just like having the confidence. Even if you gotta
Yeah.
fake it at first, it works out. Like that's where I'm at. Like you guys have obviously helped a lot over the last however many years, and Because I had lost all of my college friends by the time I met you guys. So it like came at the perfect time because all of them had either like dropped out or we just lost touch. Like all my frat brothers, and because we literally got kicked off the campus, so I just lost everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of like the same. Well, it wasn't really the same with me. I had a few people I was talking to, like not like too many people, like hanging out and stuff. Like I would go with like my couple of my friends. I used to hang out with my friend. You know, they know Joe, the person that for some reason OC texted and see if I died. Him, this kid named John. I used to hang out with. This kid named Corey. This kid named Suleiman. We used to hang out and like play like they were some of my 2K friends. Well, I'm in real life, but I played 2K and like in real life basketball with them and stuff, like all the time. And I met this one guy online. His name was like legit 2K or something. Me and him would be like dynamic duo in 2K17. I haven't talked to him. Actually, I had Bro and Snap. I still have him on there. After all these years, his name's still a legit killer. I think his name was legit killer, but.
Well, I tell my patients this all the time. I did get some good shit out of grad school, and one of them was I think the movies are garbage, but there's this one scene that a professor talked about in Medea, and you know that Tyler Perry bullshit. I might actually die here. Fuck. Oh shit, this is gonna come down to the wire. Oh no. Hold on. No, I'm gonna die. Fuck. Right at the end. I'm playing this game. I always play this game late nights, Downwell. But anyway, so you can think of people in how does it go? You can think of people in your life 3 different ways. All the people you've ever met or will meet. You can think of them because in the movie it's the grandma is like telling her son this after a breakup or something, or grandson this after a breakup, and it's like you can think of people in 3 different ways. Like the analogy of a tree, either leaves, branches, or roots. And the leaves are the ones who they might only be in your life for a season. You know, they're still going to serve some kind of purpose, maybe teach you something or you get something good out of it, the friendship or whatever it might be, relationship. But they're only there for a season, right? They're not there for super long. So there's them, and that's probably like the majority of people you meet. And then, like, especially for me, because I moved around, you know, my dad's job, we moved every like 2-3 years. And there were just so many people that like and looking back over the last like 20 something years, like so many people I don't talk to anymore. There's still a few, but there's leaves, and then the branches are the ones, they're going to be there a bit longer. They're going to be through like some of the issues. And branches, they can bend, they can also break, so you might lose them eventually. And then finally you've got like your roots. Those are the people that like lifelong, yeah, there's still going to be issues and whatnot, like obviously even with all of us, but at the end of the day, like those are the people that are going to be in your life for the long haul. And
we're the roots, so
yeah, like figuring out like those people, because it's like family or, you know, friends who like you've known and talked to for a very long time.
Yeah, I've pretty much kept the same group for the last like 4 or 5 years. So
yep,
the same. There's like 10 of us, and then obviously more people like the branches are more like the people I used to work with.
Yep, and that's how it goes, man. Like when you actually break it down, it makes sense. Because
it was weird because as every like I would have like, you know, like the same like friends, but then like I would make like a new friend like every year. Like 5th grade I met someone, 6th grade I met someone, 7th grade I met someone, 8th someone. You know, it'd only be friends for like 1 year.
Yep.
And then like the next year, next year was like strangers.
Yeah, that's like my grad school friends. Like I was starting to get close to a few of them. Part of that was my fault for just because like one of my things is like I'll just kind of talk to people for a while and then I'll just like stop talking to them, like just don't reach out enough. I've gotten better with that for sure over the last handful of years, but really like the only people I talk to now are you guys, of course. I've got like this friend group which is like kind of really starting to like take form, and the one girl I told you about and her husband, like I've known them for several years now. Like Savannah and I were friends with them. She doesn't even talk to them, like, so she lost them, I kept them. And then now like the, you know, Kaylin and some of these other girls, like we'll see what happens, but so far it seems like pretty solid. And so those are the people, yeah, you know, like them, but they haven't even been in my life for super, super long, you know, a year or less. Well, not the one's been in my life for 3 years, I think, but you just find out in time. But like the only other ones besides you guys, or besides family, of course, are I still talk to the New York guys. Like, those are roots for sure. Like, I haven't even been to New York. I have to go back. I want to go before I'm 30. That's like one of my goals. I haven't been to New York in like 17 years. I still talk to those guys. Like, I still play games with them, still talk to them every now and then. And yeah, like, they're real solid friends. Like, I wish I would have stayed in New York for high school, but, you know, who knows what would have happened if I had done that. Or everything in life would have been different. Yeah, still talk to those guys. I don't talk to really anybody else. I don't talk to my college friends. Like, my roommate from college, I had him for 2 years. He's from Chicago. Then I had another good friend in college, and I think he lives in like Virginia. Don't talk to him, but those two guys were solid for a while. Those were branches for sure. And then I don't talk to anybody else. Like, I had some friends. This was a long time ago, right? We're talking like I was 10 years old. Had a good friend group in PA where I lived at the time. Don't talk to them. Haven't talked to them in years.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because that's what I did back in my old school. Like me and probably like a group of like 4 or 5 kids, like we're absolutely like friends for like 3-4 years. And then obviously once I moved schools, because my old school got shut down, I didn't really talk to them. But then I got invited to their birthday party in like 4th grade. I was like, damn. Yep. Like 3 years later, I went to their birthday party. It was one kid's birthday party. I was like, damn.
That's how you know someone's solid too. If that does happen, we're like I would say probably roots. Like, there's a few people from high school I haven't talked to them in a couple years, but like every few years I'll talk to them. Got some solid ones there, and then I had one friend. I don't even remember if I told you guys this. I might have, but a few years ago I had one of my good friends. I knew him in 8th grade, and then didn't know him again. He transferred to my high school, and he had the locker next to me in 8th grade, and then he transferred over in 11th grade, I think it was. And did 11th and 12th grade, and then had him up here one time in college. He went to a West Virginia game and got raped by Oklahoma. But he came up, and I was good friends with him, but he ended up killing himself like 2 years ago.
All right.
2-3 years ago. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Over a girl, unfortunately. He had more stuff going on than just that. Like, he definitely drank too much, and so it wasn't just like the girl. Like, but yeah, he was a real solid friend. And then yeah, there's a few others from high school I still, like I said, I still talk to every couple of years. But other than that, like, I don't talk to anybody from college. I don't talk to anybody from grad school. Well, I talked to one from grad school, just checked in the other week because she works kind of where I work now, like a different department. But I have to like transfer all my current patients, the ones that I see, that like come to see me, the job I'm quitting. So I talked to her real briefly, and she took on one of my patients, which was nice. But yeah, I mean, it's you guys, it's family, it's the people from New York, and then a few people from high school, and then now this current group, that's everybody. So I like to keep my circle pretty tight.
Yeah, my circle's pretty tight myself. I have my friend group. I'm pretty much, well, I have my obviously the friend group, and there's like the smaller friend group that I hang out with more. Which, I mean, it's pretty much the squad of 6 of us, or well, 5 of us, is really like the smaller of the 10. Like, obviously, like, you know, we have guest appearances with other people. Like, this one kid's kind of joining in more. He's kind of coming over, and like we're hanging out with him more. I've known him forever. He was like one of my first friends in like 3rd grade, like 2nd, 3rd grade, and then I stopped talking to him after a while because we kind of grew apart. And then he actually worked at my old job, so me and him kind of reconnected there. So then, yeah, we, you know, he kind of comes over now. Obviously, my boy Brian, I hang out with him all the time. Brian, Frank.
Frankie and Danny.
Yeah, not Danny. I haven't talked to Danny in a hot. Speaking of Danny, I gotta talk to him one of these times. I haven't talked to him in forever. He goes to the same college I do, but he lives on campus, and you know, I don't really talk to him anymore.
Right. Oh, that's what I was gonna say too. Is that's how you know they're like, even if you don't talk to somebody for a long time, you know they're like a real solid friend, or at least a branch, maybe a root. If you go a long time without talking to them, then when you do talk to them, it's kind of like nothing ever changed. You know what I mean? Like, you just like pick
that's
up
what
where
happened,
you left off.
Bro. That's exactly what happened with my boy Ian. He went to the military. And I saw him when I was working. Or I think it was earlier last year, and we literally talked like nothing happened.
Yep, that's how you know. That's always how you know. If that happens,
I've been friends with him for a while too. I was friends with him probably since like 6th, 7th grade. Like, Yeah, and then like I have a couple others. Same thing with whatever. I go. I saw this one kid too. Same thing happened. My friend had this kid named Jack. And I used to hang with all the time. I did the same thing with him. I barely saw him, and I was like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And that way, we had a full-on conversation. What else did I say? To say something else. Oh yeah, then people at my work. I mean, they're like I said, they're chilling. They love me there, so every time I walk by, bro, there would be like 8 people fucking just like saying hi to me when I go in there. And my old manager used to come in here and be like, just come back. Just come back. I'm like, nah. Nope. Alright. I'm like, nah, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Not gonna happen.
I'm like, I would rather be unemployed right now than go back to that fucking bullshit.
I get it.
It's just a bullshit job. If it wasn't a bullshit job, I actually wouldn't mind it. So they actually, like I said, if they want to pay me $3 or $4 more an hour, sure.
But not for bullshit.
Guess what? Yeah. Not for the same fucking minimum wage everyone gets. I mean, minimum wage is 15 in New Jersey anyway, but... So.
That's just crazy, because it's just, like, not sustainable, because I think it's similar here. But, here you can actually, like, survive on that. Kind of.
Exactly. Where in New Jersey, you can't survive. Even if you work 40 hours a week, that's like 25 or like 28 grand, I think. I think it's like 27 and 28 grand. Even if you work 40 hours a week. That's not sustainable fucking living.
Nah.
And that's the issue, because you make like probably like 550, 600 a week, I think, off that. It's like, I don't know. But yeah, New Jersey's fucked. What I don't understand is, right, so you raise the price of minimum wage. Did they think that they realized that the price of everything else was going to go up? The price of goods, because now instead of paying these guys, because when I was younger, New Jersey minimum wage was $8.75. They're paying these guys $8.75. Now you got to pay them $15 an hour. That's a $6, 25-cent increase. You know?
Yeah, it's just they have to do more, because it's... And then you got like these boomers and whoever, it's like, oh, well, it's your fault.
When I grow up, when I grow up, these kids these days are just lazy.
Yep.
Connor just got back on fucking FIFA, bro. Okay. He just not turn his console off.
Legend.
Did he just not turn his console off, or did he just like...
He probably started playing it. You know he's addicted because he got Mbappe, so now he thinks he can build like a go-to team. Probably will.
He probably sold him. I would have sold him.
I think he did.
In like 3 months, he's going to be useless anyway.
He definitely sold him because he kept saying how much the card was worth, so I promise you he sold him.
Yeah, just work, man. Working, like I said, jobs, as long as they're not boring and they're somewhat interesting, I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that Embiid shit's actually goated.
Yeah, I made that shit. I made that shit freshman year. But I was alright.